pleasantly surprised, she finds the stone was removed. It was already removed. So she looks inside in the cave, and she finds empty. So she starts to cry. It's an anti-climax to what she had expected. Jesus was watching her from wherever he was. Not from heaven, from this earth. You see, this tomb was a privately owned property belonging to Joseph of Arimathea, a very rich, influential Jewish disciple of Jesus, who could afford to carve out this big roomy chamber, a sepulchre for himself. Around this sepulchre he had his vegetable garden and his country home, where he went for his holidays, for the weekends with his family. It's not out in the bundu that he was planting wheat and corn for other people's sheep and goats to graze upon. He must have his gardener's quarters, people to look after his garden. This is all the scene. And Jesus is there. He sees this woman. He knows who she is. So he comes up to her from behind. And he finds her weeping. So he said, "Woman, woman, why weepest thou? Whom seekest thou?" Doesn't he know? Doesn't he know? Of course he knows. Then why does he ask such a silly question? No, it's not a silly question. Actually, he's pulling her leg, metaphorically. Not physically, metaphorically. He's pulling her leg. Says, "Woman, why weepest thou? Whom seekest thou?" I'm reading your Bible. She, supposing him to be the gardener. I'm asking, why does she suppose he's a gardener? Do resurrected bodies look like gardeners? Huh? That we all, when we are resurrected at the end of time, everybody wakes up as a gardener. So the wife doesn't know that whether this is a husband or father or grandfather, everybody is a gardener. Her son, she doesn't know who's who. Is that how it is? No, the resurrected bodies will be yourself. Everybody will be able to recognize you. It will be the real you. So why does she suppose he's a gardener? I said, because he's disguised as a gardener. Why is he disguised as a gardener? What for? I say, because he's afraid of the Jews. Why is he afraid of the Jews? I say, because he didn't die and he didn't conquer death. Had he died, and if he had conquered death, there's no need to be afraid anymore. Because the resurrected bodies can't die twice. You ask me, who says that? I said, your Bible. Paul says, it is ordained unto all men once to die, and after that the judgment. You can't die twice. So if he had conquered death, no need to be afraid, because nobody can kill him anymore. But he had escaped death by the skin of his teeth. If he gets caught, they'll make doubly sure, the Jews make doubly sure that they kill him. So he's disguised as a gardener. She's supposing him to be the gardener. Says, "Sir, if you have taken him hence, tell me, where have you laid him? To rest, to relax, to recuperate, not where have you buried him? So that I might take him away. I, alone, one frail Jewess, carrying away a dead rotting corpse of at least 160 pounds, not like me, I'm 200. Not like me. Jesus, sturdy, muscular young man, 160 at least, with 100 pounds weight of medical make him 260. Can you imagine this Jewess carrying this rotting corpse like an American superwoman? She could do. I said, take him and carry him and take him where? Bury him as a who dug the grave. To bury, carrying is one thing, 260 pounds. Maybe this superwoman, she can do it. But to bury him, she'll have to dump him in a hole. Does it make sense? She's got to dump him in a hole. Does that make sense? No. She's talking about that I alone might take him away for treatment, to look after him. Come on. My dear brothers and sisters, look, each and everything, every verse I'm telling you now, I give you 30 different reasons from the Bible that Jesus didn't die. He was alive. 30 different reasons from the Bible. I have written a book called Crucifixion or Crucifixion. I don't know whether it's available in this country, but you write to me, you should get it. Or in my volume 2 of the choice, you should get it. I can see the enthusiasm among my Christian brothers. I would rather give them the chance to ask questions. And there are 2 mics available. There's one on this end and on this other end. I want people to queue up, and then we will ask one at a time, one to the right, one to the left, one to the right, one to the left. But give our Christian brothers a preference, that's all. You Muslims also have a right to ask questions, but give our Christian brother a preference, that to ask questions first. Message, thank you.
Thank you. To start question time, would you please queue along the outside aisle? So once again, I'd ask you all to show your appreciation. Some takbir for Shaik Deedat. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Well, we have a number of people ready to ask questions. I'll hand the microphone over to the Shaik. Which side do you want to take first?
We'll take, because this brother happened to be the first. I admire him. I should congratulate him. You were the first man to get up for asking questions. You have the first chance, my brother.
Right, sir, that question I'm going to ask you from the Quran, and I will read it in Arabic. So please, for this English spoken, it's very hard to translate it for me. If anybody, he can translate it, all but me, after my reading, go ahead.
My brother, I make it easy for you. I make it easy for you. I gave you the Quran already. No, you own the Quran already. Open the Quran and read it in Arabic and read it, the translation. Look, I gave it to you already. Be fair. Look, I give you time. I give you chance. I give you a chance. You get that Quran, find that verse, read it in Arabic, and give them the translation. You do that. Yes, my brother.
Mr. Deedat, as you know, I'm a Christian, and I'm fascinated by the work you are doing. Let me start from the beginning, Mr. Deedat. In your Afrikaans Quran, the one written and printed and revised recently by you and your Islamic Propagation Center in South Africa, there are two key verses, Surah 355 and Surah 5120, which talk about Jesus. For example, in Surah 355, the Afrikaan is rendered this way: I am causing you to die. Muslims in South Africa have taken you to task over this translation. For you are saying that Jesus did die. In your lectures and books, in fact, The Choice, which is your own book, which I have, I read about 6 years ago, and I believe it was around about chapter 10, where you say that Jesus was not nailed, but tied to the cross.
My dear brother, look, now you said, look, wait a minute, you lied against me. You are, look. You lied against me. More than one lie you uttered already. I'm telling you, you lied against me more than once already, and I will not allow you to continue lying. Now imagine, the man is now, he hears me lecturing in English. He listens to me in English, right? He listens to me in English, and he's talking about an Afrikaans Quran. Afrikaans I don't know. Then he's talking about my book.